Welcome to Naduir. Hey guys. Um,
Hi.
Today we're here with Josef and we're chatting about the Wim Hof Method at Naduir. So great, Josef. You just graduated or certified a few weeks ago.
Yes, really exciting. It's amazing. With the whole delay through COVID, it was really, really cool to finally get there.
Great.
Absolutely. And so the last step in your certification was a week in Poland with Wim Hof. How was that? Was it amazing?
It was absolutely amazing. Yeah. It was not just with him. So he was there, all right. But it was really the academy who organizes it, and he hosts a couple of meditations. And yeah, he was around, but not holding it in that sense. Yeah.
Nice. So tell us more. What did you do?
So basically, the main thing really was about connecting with people, which was really wonderful. I met 44 amazing people, and a lot of sharing, and just realizing that we all came to this method because we had to overcome something. Yeah. And just hearing all the people's story, and from autoimmune disease to depression to just very touching personal stories, and how everybody benefited from this very simple method in a way was uplifting. Yeah.
Amazing. And so we're now able to host or to hold Wim Hof Method Fundamental Workshops in Naduir because you have the certification. And our first event of the Wim Hof Method Fundamentals is on the 30th of October, next Saturday. And so maybe Josef, tell us a little bit about what we're going to do on the day, and then also who might be interested in this workshop.
Yes, right. So what we're going to do on the day is really to practice all the fundamentals of the Wim Hof method. And there are three pillars really within the method. And the three pillars are the breath, the cold, and the mindset. So each one of those elements, there's an entry-level introduction. So it's not really about going crazy and having to endure really difficult challenges, but it's really about getting to meet the method from the base and building, building a repertoire of where to start from. Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm.
And who might be interested in this?
Right. So I think it's really for everybody who is curious, yeah, and who wants to explore something to change the state in a way, so experience something new. And I think at the heart of this whole project is really connection, human connection. So I think it's at the stage we're in after coming out of this, hopefully coming out of this pandemic and starting to mix again. I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to meet people, to share, and to explore something really interesting in a safe and shared environment. So I think this is the foundation of it. And then the content of the workshop is really exploring cold. So that there's going to be a cold water immersion, and I'll be talking a lot about the science behind it and all the various effects that the cold can have on us, positive effects. And really, just to summarize, primarily really what's been extensively studied is the effect of the method, of the Wim Hof method, on the immune system. Yeah. So it's really in our physiology, resetting the immune system. And they've shown in various studies it's really good for all sorts of different autoimmune disorders. And it's not a sort of a healing modality as such, but what they've shown scientifically, it's a wonderful tool to maintain a happy and healthy lifestyle within whatever condition we may have. Like you said, it helps to manage autoimmune disorders. But then there's also this really deep benefit of the cold is a challenge. Yeah? So it's not something we do every day. Well, unless we're doing the women.
Yeah, you do.
But it's something that people shy away from. Like, you know, even the thought of taking a cold shower makes people sort of shy back. Like, yeah. And the idea is really, there will be an ice bath. Yes, so we'll be exploring to sit for 2 minutes in an ice bath, and we'll be learning how to prepare for it and to set up the mental state. So it's manageable for everybody, and really 2 minutes is very easy to get around to once we can change our attitude towards it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, in a way, the idea is really, a lot of people are sitting in permanent ice baths without knowing it. Yeah. And to successfully complete a real ice bath can actually also help us to switch off and to turn down stress levels, which may be running in the background, affecting our life on a daily basis, and we may not even be aware of it. Like, we wouldn't shy away from that.
Yeah.
So that,
my sense is that often, like my experience of watching people do ice baths and watching people go into the river, different friends of ours who've been out to visit us, is this sense of resilience and a certain commitment to the self and actually following through on something, and how euphoric that is. And then in that euphoria, in that aliveness that emerges, there's this sense of a regulation of the nervous system, or a sense of purpose or something. It just it's like this following through on hard things, you know, and following through and committing to something and doing it really does, it changes sometimes how we perceive ourselves and the world around us and how we live our lives. It's very inspiring watching people jump into cold water out in Naduir.
yeah, you know, for thousands of years we've sort of grown up in nature, like, and we had to deal with all of this as a daily life experience, to hunt food and to you know, we couldn't avoid nature in the way that we can do in our modern times. Like, we can literally put an envelope around us and never really engage with the real experience of nature. Like, and I think that's one of the things is really, as Wim says, the Wim Hof method is all about connection to ourselves, connection to other human beings, and connection to nature. And I think in this sort of triad of connections, I think something is touched within us, which speaks to that. Together we are strong, or we are stronger than individually. And I think that's it's probably one of the biggest elements of the method.
Yeah, I've also noticed that sense, because usually I'm hosting, as in I'm running the kitchen on the day, and I'm kind of creating the space in different ways. And what I notice is that there's something about them, you know, doing the breathing and connecting, and then having lunch, and then doing the ice bath. And the ice bath is in these barrels. If you notice just the beginning of the video, and also at the end, there's a picture of Josef sitting in the barrels. So it's in the barrels outside on our land in Naduir. And it has this sense of like that nature, but it's like, I don't know, there's something really like back to the fundamentals, or back to the simple, meaningful things that we can do with each other. And yeah, there's something very poignant and very physically tangible about it. Yeah, it's always such an honor to feed people the wonderful food from our garden as well. That sense of nature, even in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah, and also I think that's also a big part of it, a way to share our space in a way. And it's already at many levels, you know, space of amazingness, people coming for therapy, traveling from far to experience the nature here. And I think this is just maybe a a way also for people to connect deeper with this space, to
Yeah.
experience a day retreat and really see, how nourishing this landscape around us is. And eat the food from the garden is also a big part.
Yeah.
Sit around the table and look out at the beautiful landscape. And so the Wim Hof, in a way, it's not all about discomfort and the cold. And in fact, it's sometimes misleading, but because it's what we see is the extreme. But what we don't see is that we all climb out of those ice baths and warm up and sit together and share. And that's just as much part of it than the ice bath experience in itself.
Josef, are you using the sauna in the Wim Hof day? Did I hear that right? Is this true?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think it's the bonus at the end. We get to explore the heat and the sauna. And I really love it because, again, also on all the workshops I've been with Wim, we always had a sauna or a hot tub. So it was also, and as Wim said, I love the heat. It's amazing to warm up and feel comfortable. But we use the cold to help us grow, really.
Yeah.
And that's also what I want to bring to the workshop. We use the cold, we use the breath, and then we finish with, we warm up and we leave this space resourced and well and ready for the world.
And I think we have to explain, Josef, that you built this sauna in our house. It was one of the projects. Was it last March or something, or sometime in the thing?
Yeah.
You decided, okay, lockdown sauna.
Lockdown project.
Yeah. So it was amazing. So you converted a wardrobe that we had upstairs into this really beautiful suite sauna that probably could sit probably 6 people in it. Could it sit 6?
People,
yeah, 6 people. Yeah, which is really quite amazing. And so that's in our house in Naduir, and that'll be part of the Wim Hof Day, which is really wonderful.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to cultivate for Naduir, that it just become a space where people can come and do a retreat, a daily retreat or a day-long retreat. I'm going to start once a month, and then build a community and explore further from there. Maybe at some stage we'll do an expedition into the boglands or something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But for now, I can hear you really want to sign up.
Is that more like just like the river at the end of our garden you're going to use more so than the boglands? I'm just thinking health and safety here. I'm like, boglands?
I'm talking about a few years because Wim Hof also promotes cold expeditions.
Oh yes, okay.
So that's different.
So you'll be heading across the bog in a pair of dogs.
Yeah.
I love it. Sinead, did we miss anything?
Yes, so this they talk about cold exposure being really good for repairing your muscles or recovering from strenuous exercise and things like that, because I know a lot of the football clubs now, they use these cryo units, kind of like a cold sauna, to help the players recover from a match or from an injury or things like that. And so it's really, really interesting that this Wim Hof method can be used in lots of different ways, to help with recovery and to help with also, because of the breathing exercises and all of that, it's, people who are dealing with a lot of stress or people who are dealing with a lot of tension in their lives, that it teaches them a way as well to kind of escape. And from what you're saying, I hear it's also to do with trusting your body, that you do this breathing and you prepare for it. And then you get in the water and your body starts to completely freak out, obviously, but that you have that trust that you know that you can overcome this. And it's like when they say, you know, for when you're teaching children resilience, that you rather than just, you know, pushing them out there, you go with them, and like that you will be in there with the people who are coming for the day, but
Yes.
that you, by showing them that they can walk through the fire or go into the ice bath, that then when they're faced with something else that makes them freak out, they're like, well, you know, I overcame that. I can overcome something else. And so, so that's part of the Wim Hof theory as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, no, that's a very important one. And that's what's amazing about it. It has such a broad spectrum of attractiveness in a way. So it speaks to people with different intentions. And, you know, like you mentioned, sports recovery is a big theme. And also performance enhancement in sport. Yeah, so there is actually, and I actually just recently listened to a very interesting podcast about this, like, and it's about our performance level goes up a lot when we cool our bodies. Like, so a lot of the performance inhibiting phenomena is really that we build up too much heat, and there's actually a lot of studies now showing that if you cool your body before you exercise, you're able to perform at higher levels.
Wow.
And that's part. It's basically cultivating a program which includes the cold is really interesting at this level, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course it's also for people who want to explore meditative states. It's also because the breathing is really a meditative tool, so it can bring us into states where it naturally switches off our mental processes and our thinking and planning and reflecting, and brings us into the moment, like, yeah. So it's and that's what it's all about in meditation, and it's difficult to achieve when the mind is racing and we just can't get out. So that's an important and a meditation tool, and reaching that sort of connection to what do I really need, what do I really want in my life. Also to set intentions and to use the breath to enhance our capacity to make things happen in our life.
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying also that you're planning on creating a mobile platform for this Wim Hof, and that you can travel and do team building or resilience building, or that sense of a connectivity or stress regulation, or just a really cool thing to do for your company and your business, and that you can travel all over Ireland and facilitate these events. That your barrels will travel with you. And this sounds really exciting. The thought that you could be in Donegal or in Limerick, and you could get, okay, so there's going to be like 10 of us, and we're going to do Wim Hof together for a day or for a morning, and it's going to create some kind of a potent, you know, connection in the company, and it'll help us communicate in a different way, help us know each other in a different way, help all of us. I think now at the end of this thing, or as we emerge from this thing, hopefully, there is that deep aspiration towards change and wellness and like life, like beginning again and going for it. So that sounds like, for me, a really incredible tool, this mobile corporate Wim Hof Method Fundamentals that you're planning.
Yes, no, I'm really excited. It's the mission to bring it into the world and to share the news in a way. And I think it's also for any enterprise, the mental state of the employees, of the people that work in the enterprise, is a key asset. Like, so if the mental state of the participants is not right, it's very difficult to produce be efficient and to produce good outcomes in a way. And I think that's really, again, in regards to team building and also the ability to cohere and come together and share an experience and align with common interests as well is a powerful experience.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Like, so it's in a way, and because it's very simple, we just need a space and some basins with water and ice, and the whole project is all based on my guidance, of course. Like, so when I run those workshops, I prepare for the intentions of my participants because they are in the center of the experience. So I don't sit in the ice bath with them. I'll coach them through the experience. Yeah.
Nice.
All about them. Like, so the big question I always ask: so what are you bringing to this? What do you want to bring?
Nice. So,
and that's what.
Yeah, so I think that's a really amazing place to come to completion. So we will be running monthly Wim Hof Method Fundamentals in Naduir every month, and then it is available mobile throughout the country. If you have any questions at all, contact us, and the way to contact us is info@naduir.com. It's our email address here at Naduir. And thank you so much, Sinead, for helping us here today. You're just awesome. It's just awesome how cool you are with us. And
well, it's great. It's great to be part of this project. It's going to bring so much wellness to so many people, and it's so nice to spread it around.
Exactly. Yeah. Hold on, I've just put this big thing in front of your face, Sinead.
I know.
Hold on. I'm just putting up the email address. There you go. If you want more information, contact the email address.
Great. Or you
so
can
much.
go to the Naduir Facebook page, and the events are up there, so you can reply to the events as well.
And there is also a Wim Hof Galway Facebook group. And we'll be running cold shower challenges. All the information goes up there, and it's a community of connection and fun. It's very nice. Nice, guys. So thanks so much for joining us. And so cool, Jos. It's really very wonderful what you've created and what you've done. It's very amazing that you have... Oh, I'm doing something here at the same time. It's very amazing that you've gone off and trained in the midst of all the stuff that's happened over the last few months. And it's very nice. So great. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.
Look forward to it, the 30th of October.
Oh, maybe one more thing, actually, because just to mention, if people look at the Positive Life magazine, there will be an article about me and the method, and just keep it.
That's the December, isn't it?
It's coming out
December edition. Yes.
Yeah, fabulous. Great. Bye.
Cool.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.